All right, this is an update to my tank, 32-gallon biocube. This is March 2023. Everything's still growing very well. You can see by the video, especially if you watch my other previous videos of this tank, how much everything is growing. Only issues I've had was with a couple of SPS and one Monty, my Jason Fox silver bullet montipora. It's not doing so hot. It goes up, it goes back and forth. It'll do really good and crust like crazy. Goes through bouts. I'm thinking has something to do with not enough nutrients in the water, to be honest with you. I'm not chasing my nitrates, but they're still pretty low, believe it or not. I do a 5-gallon water change every week in this tank. Keeps everything pretty consistent. I dose and top off as well. I still have a little bit of an issue with bryopsis algae, which I took a bit, but I'm now dosing the magnesium that's supposed to help get rid of it. It'll take a process, but other than that, everything's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put my coil on, a little bit better look on everything. Still has a little bit of yellow tinge to it, but filters out that blue light pretty good. But you can see my purple monster colony is crazy. How much that thing's taken off my clementine colony. You can see my hornets. Everything is just growing like weeds. And you can see the bryopsis. I gotta rip that out. Stringy stuff there. Showing the ugly with the good, but it's still doing pretty good. It's not as abundant in the tank now. There's only little patches here and there that I have to remove manually, but other than that, you can see a different encrusting. My couple of chalices I have down here doing really good. This montipora is doing awesome, super pretty. It's picking it up. It's got neon green mouths or tips or whatever that is, and like super bright purple, like a chrome looking purple stalks to them. Really cool. You can see back there my bleeding rainbow sophastria branching. That's doing really good. A couple SPS doing really good. Bird's nest. Those clove polyps, those firewood clove polyps, are kind of drowning out my bubblegum digi and some of my blue hornets, but that's taken off really well. So I'm gonna have to trim that back, but these purple monsters are going crazy, man. They're taking over quite a bit. Purple Gorgonian that I've had forever. One of my Monties that's not doing so hot is this Jason Fox silver bullet Monty. Right there you can see the dead spots on it. Talked about it last video too. It bounced back and was encrusting like crazy, and then it went kind of downhill again. It goes back and forth. I'm not sure why, but it'll be really happy and grow fast, and then it'll get mad and then bleach out on top. My alkalinity, calcium, everything's stable. Magnesium, everything's stable when it comes to the water chemistry. Salinity still on point, everything. I think it has to do with my nutrients, to be honest with you. This tank is pretty low consistently. I'm dosing aminos now, not too much. I've talked about it in like previous videos. I'm sure you've seen other videos, people talking about it. Not to do big chemistry swings or start dosing like crazy to chase numbers, but a little bit gradually is not bad. So we'll see if that turns it around, but everything else is good, doing good. That is a encrusting montipora with orange polyps. Not sure if the camera's picking it up. Looks more like a pink, but those are orange. It's one of my favorite. I don't see that anywhere. I got it from the store, and I've talked about it before, but that thing is super cool. It's just a piece that I've had for a little bit now, and it's starting to do real well. And clown's in the way, but that Garf Bonsai is doing super good. You know, this clementine Zoa, they're starting to encroach on that. You can see my different SPSs in the top. So a little bit of ugly bryopsis as well up there that I have to brush off. And that also has to do with super low nutrients in the water, which isn't good. But again, something I'm battling, but it'll be all right. But my SPS, some of them are doing good. That's the Walt Disney, the super green right there, but it's starting to get color in the coralites. Doing good, but that orange passion in the back, the two little stalks sticking up, had a little bit of necrosis. I mean, the one's doing good is starting to encrust again, but again, I think it has to do with my nutrients, the swinging and dropping to 0. It probably does. I do 5-gallon water changes, which definitely depletes and drops everything in this little of a tank, but it keeps my water chemistry stable and my trace elements. But you can see my different Cephastreas, some zoanthids, that bird's nest, that anemone that I still can't get out. I do want to remove that, and I've talked to people in the previous videos about it. You can see how it's growing over my Miami Vice zoanthids, starting to shade them and kill off the backside of it. It's also stinging the underside of that SPS acro above it, you can tell. So really pretty rainbow anemone, but you got to go. But other than that, everything's doing super well. Like I said, just a couple issues with, I think, too low nutrients. I'm going to do a top-down shot. I haven't done one yet, so I'm just going to kill the pumps for a minute. And pop the lid off. The one pump's still going a little bit, but you get the gist of kind of how everything looks. Top down always has a much better look to it. You gotta rip that bryopsis out. I'm gonna do that tonight. Brush the rocks and rip out those clumps right there. But other than that, it's a super sick yellow with purple dot mushroom I got down there. You can see my different zoas and Cephastreas in the back there, and the firework cloves. I really like those Miami Vice zoanthids, and that anemone is not doing me any favors. But yeah, that's that encrustamani I was talking about. The filter isn't unfortunately showing how bright those orange polyps are, but they're bright orange. I can assure you that. Everything's doing good. No complaints. Fish are doing good. Everything's doing pretty. The key is stability. Obviously, you hear that a million times in this hobby, but keep everything stable as possible. Don't try to do anything drastic. If you start seeing issues, just address it slowly and just be patient. You gotta have patience in this hobby, man, that's for sure. So, all right. See you on the next update.